the relative ups and downs, topsy-turvies, if I know that I am not this, I am not that, and I can. Now we will say that this is a very high-end story. Now let me give you two more things. In USA, somebody gave me a newspaper cutting, and that the name of the experiment was self-distancing. Self-distancing. And what was the experiment? That professor, these are the people who pick up the concept, try to experiment it. They took 2-3 groups of students and they provoked like anything. You are bastard and you are not hearing, and saw what is the level of provocation. Next time, to one group they taught that you just self-distance yourself and just see that what the provoking its effects are happening, but you are not that. And to another group they don't taught anything, and then they measured, and then they could find out that the group which was taught that you are not this, you just try to watch from the distance, had much less effect than the group which was not taught anything. At a grosser level, if they can achieve these results, what can we achieve? So this is one. Then somebody, I just happened to read here, self-talk. Somebody came up with a self-talk. I talked to Shailesh. Shailesh, your leg is hurting. Okay, I'll give you tablet. Let's go to a best doctor. But I don't become that. Leg is not me. I can know that. And if I talk to Shailesh, that Shailesh, your leg is hurting, it's okay. Chalo, I'll be with you and I'll try to help you out. And then you will be different. Once you say my leg and its pain is to me, it doubles. If you say, okay, its body's nature, it is paining, and I'll take care of that. Holistic science never says no. Holistic science, that's what I say, both relative and real has to go parallel. You cannot negate relative. Both has to go parallel, but both are not the same. That's the crux of the story.
What is the recipe for Jata?
Oh. See, we can reach to certain level by understanding, by intellectual understanding and something. So Dadaji said that even if the world understands my 5 sentences by intellect, there will be a lot of progress. What are those 5 sentences? Relative. So no sooner you apply relative, you understand what all falls into relative. Another is real. It's all right that you may not be stable in the experience of real, but at least your intellect knows what is real and what is relative, inside and outside. Third is scientific circumstantial evidences. Whatever is happening or has happened is because of scientific circumstantial evidences. That takes you out of load, so much load of doership, and especially the after effects. See, the event may be for a minute or couple of minutes, but the after effects last very long. But this vision takes you immediately out of the load of after effects. That is what Krishna wanted to convey in Gita. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. I don't want to go into details, the time is not there. But Dadaji said in a simple language, you try your best. Don't say before happening, I have to try my best. But once the result comes, it happens, just say that whatever has happened is just and correct. So this is the third sentence. Fourth is, decide that whatever comes my way in terms of persons or in terms of circumstances, I have to deal amicably with equanimity. I'll give you 1 or 2 funny examples. Yesterday only it happened that at the airport, I landed, something happened, circumstances, Pradeep Bhai was coming. I was trying to contact him and whatever, 45 minutes here and there happened. And then we went. So people said, oh, we are sorry and you had to wait. Why you are sorry? You are not the doer, I am not the doer. This is a play of scientific circumstantial evidences. And the bright side of it is, Shailesh has to be put into test somewhere. Before standing today in front of you, I have to pass through the test, whether I have remained steady or whether I have lost or not. So this is a life. So there is nothing to lose any moment. You just see what is happening inside. And there are n number of examples like this. So that's how that this 4 sentences dispose all your interrelated, interconnected accounts, either in terms of living persons or in terms of circumstances you pass through, amicably and with equanimity. So if you remember, with ragas, we have made all these divisions, good, bad, ought to be, ought not to be, what not. Mahavir said only two things and Dadaji also says only two things. There are only two things in the world, nothing third. What are these two things? Self and circumstances. There is no third thing in between. And self and circumstances, whether I am having the vision, whether I am not having. Either I am Shailesh or either I am as a pure self. I am dealing with the circumstances within and without. It is how I am dealing with the circumstances. Right? So fourth tells you, deal with whatever comes your way amicably with equanimity. Do your best, leave rest to nature, as he says. And fifth is, take care of the pure self account. In dealing and doing everything, my pointer should be whether I am getting enriched as far as my inner pure self is concerned or whether I am loser. I'll give you another example. I was into general practice beginning wise and then I became ophthalmologist. In general practice, I was practicing in a small town. So people pay on Diwali only and accounts go on. And I have to sometimes ask. And once I asked Dadaji, to what extent I should go for Ugrani or Preston? Dadaji said, as long as you don't get your inner self burnt. Because you may get money, but you will burn inside. And you will lose your inner treasure. This is the crux of the story. They always look in a self-interest in terms of inner steadiness, inner wealth, rather than the outer wealth, outer material things. Because that's much of interest. So these 5 sentences, even if the world understands, world will progress a lot. And really to be able to remain Gnatadrashta, you should be graced and braced. Now what is the science here? Let me take a moment. I might sincerely learn everything about the properties of Atma and Anatma and what not. But can that make me Atma? No. And how and why? And when can you say that I have become Atma? When my pocket gets pickpocketed, Shailesh may get affected, but if I can keep away from that effect, I believe that, okay, I am somewhat Atma. If somebody abuses me, Shailesh may get affected, but I can keep away. Then I say, I am Atma. So why? So the scientifically, as I say, pure conscious and matter having come together, the third property, I am and I am doer, not only that, but so many covering veils are generated around the pure self. In the scriptural language, it is known as Anantanubandhi Avarano. Anantanubandhi means you try to remove one and infinite comes in. I might have done sadhana, penance, and I might have tried to purify myself. Some circumstances will happen, somebody will abuse me like anything, somebody will do damage. And so much of the rage reaction gets generated that infinite n number of covering layers get generated. This is a vicious cycle which the people are not able to break up. And that's why the conviction or the experience of the pure self doesn't remain steady. It is the state of Gnanipus, holistic inner scientist who knows what is happening at that junction point, and non-doership presence of their presence in total non-doership base, and holistic science experiment which can break open those covering layers and your inner self, which is very much there, but it was covered with covering layers, now gets opened out, and then you can really become Gnatadrashta. Otherwise, I am Shailesh, I cannot get away from that. So you can reach up to Sakshi Bhav, but not really to the Gnatadrashta Bhav. With the presence of egoism as I am Shailesh, or with that belief, I can reach up to the level of witness. Okay, I am trying to remain witness of Shailesh. There is a difference between witness and Gnatadrashta. Witness is with egoism, Gnatadrashta is after getting rid of egoism. So that's how. So for getting really to Gnatadrashta, there's only one thing. Seek, pray, try to get hold of Gnanipus. And because Tirthankar is not available in the present time. And where to find? It is again, what is in your hand is just your hearty projection. If your heart says, I want to have this and nothing else, then nature will send Gnani Purush to your door. That's also a science. You may not have to go, Gnani Purush may have to come to you. So that's the power of, but we are mixed with everything. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this. So Dadaji also explained that part, that you have used 95% of your wealth or credit for relative things, and 5% you have put that sometime we will go to seminar, maybe once in lifetime, and that's it. Whereas Dadaji put 95% for pure self or Atma, and he says whatever is there I'll be alright with in a relative. Even though he was a builder, he stayed in a rented house throughout his life and never used his punya even in creating the house. Thank God no architect like Harishbhai met him. But this is the difference.
Ownership will exist and he cannot remain necessary, right? Ownership of self, mind, body and speech.
Yeah, but that is all. Yeah.
It's very difficult to keep away the ownership.
No, I agree. But that's what I say, that to certain extent, by understanding, you can reach to some level. But to reach to exactness, see there are levels: awareness, bewareness, alertness and exactness. To reach to exactness, you need somebody who is in that state of exactness. Otherwise, you yourself cannot, or even I or anybody cannot reach there, because that's, and it's not by words, as I'm saying repeatedly. It's by shattering of those covering layers. See, you have a diamond coming out from the mine. I cannot get pure diamond out of it. It's somebody who knows that how to remove the layers and get the pure diamond. Gold comes out of mine. I cannot get. Somebody who knows how to remove the all impurities and get the pure diamond. So here, that is a science. It's a wonderful science inside. It's a subtle most science. That one who can break those covering layers and break those stickiness can open out your inner self. They are not giving anything from them. If they give anything from their part, they will be evacuated. They are opening your part, but that scientist is required. Can you remove cataract yourself? No, you need ophthalmologist. So this is similar. This is similar. So for men, ownership also, you said rightly, ownership can be reduced by understanding, but it cannot be totally eliminated unless I know who am I, what is mine and what is not mine.
And who is yours?
Yeah. But I can reduce by understanding. Okay, for the worldly language, see, there is another very useful tip. I have to live in the world, as he says. Then how do I remain? Okay, suppose I am in a drama. I say I am King George, but inside I know I am Shailesh. So, in a relative going on world, drama is not false. It's not imaginary. It is something which is fleeting, natak, which is not going to takwanu forever. The thing which is not going to last forever is natak. So relative, you have to play the roles of father, mother, brother, sister, professional, and you play it sincerely. But you know that this is relative and this is what is me. So I believe that without initiation or grace of Gnani, you can reach to certain level where you can say this is my wife, my bungalow, but inside you know that when I go, whether they will go or whether I will go, so nothing is going to be for permanent. So this is mine by relative viewpoint or worldly viewpoint, not forever. So that much ownership can be reduced. But ownership of mind, body and speech, without becoming the pure self, nobody can get rid of ownership of mind, body, speech. And that's where the crux lies, that even sadhu, sannyasi, acharya, even after living everything for the life, that mindness in the mind, body, speech is not getting removed. And that creates another mindness. I have so many disciples, I have built so many temples, I have done such and such job. That mindness doesn't go away. And that's where the crux lies. So, sure, pucho. हाँ. Oh, N number. કરુણાનો એક જ દ્રષ્ટાંત આપો. He had a injury accident while going to Khamba, and his tongue was cut through and some stitches were taken and there were bruises and everything, and people came to hospital to see him, khabar puchwa. He gave his leg vidhi kari lo. In that state he was giving blessings to the people who had come to see him, and in that state there was Janma Jayanti, so he said, no, we'll come to Janma Jayanti. So there are n number of examples. He's never cared for his body. What is the state? He once went for Gnan Vidhi from Ahmedabad to Kutch. Maharaj Sahib ne Gnan apanu to. And he was in such a bad state. He was suffering from severe jaundice. His tongue was just out and saliva was leaking out. And a person like Chandrakant Bhai, who was very stable otherwise, I started tearing. He says to Chandrakant Bhai, what is this? Chandrakant Bhai says, emotion. What says? Emotion. He says, don't worry, I have not signature to go away. And then he was lifted from Bharuch to, Kutch to Ahmedabad, and Ahmedabad via plane to Mumbai. But he did give Gnan to Maharaj Sahib, he came back. So n number of examples. He never cared for what is happening to his body from 5 morning till 11 night. Whosoever comes at what time, he used to do for that particular, whosoever has come to him. N number of examples. With oxygen tube in the nostrils. With oxygen tube in his nostrils, he did the last Gnan Vidhi in Los Angeles, 1987. Because he never was staying in the body. He was totally separate from the body, and you can experience it. Okay, he was totally separate from the body. So, n number of things. But seeing is believing. Unless you see it, you cannot believe it. Similarly, unless you experience it, you may not really perceive it. And for us, the experience has come, as he said, Ungma Khan Khadi, ke Ungma ice cream khado. At the age of 18, nothing was known to us, no sense, no wisdom, but it happened. Anyway, Sahajta, normal and natural, again, his every moment was just Sahaj. Maybe anything, accident, illness, whatever. Very Sahaja. But again, I think it's beyond words to be expressed, and even today, the people who are coming in contact with Kanu Dadaji, they experience the Sahajta. And in Sahajta is to be experienced in extremes of conditions. See, once 2-3 people were going to Ahmedabad, and Harish Bhai Patel is a Mahatma, was driving the van on 110 speed as per the personality. Some noise started coming. See the whole thing. Dadaji had warned them, please wear the belts. In India, we don't wear the seat belts all the time. So they both of them tied the seat belts in the front seats. Dadaji was in the middle seat, and there is no seat belt in the middle seat because Indian cars don't have the seat belts in the middle seat, but he's sitting there. Some noise started coming in. Dadaji says, Harish, some noise is coming. Harish Bhai still, okay, I'll see. And meanwhile, something, tire burst, and the car broke against the railing. See what happens, Dadaji was in the middle seat. Because of the momentum, he just is against the front seat and the ribs are fractured. And the front 2 people are just saved without any scratch. Now, in this situation, he is being taken to Ahmedabad. And there is one chiropractic doctor, he takes the x-rays and does the massage, that I'll make you right by massage. From the medical point of view, this is suicidal. You are manipulating the fractured ribs, and you know what happens. Dadaji doesn't speak anything. 3rd day or 4th day, I happened to go to see him in Baroda, when he was back to Baroda. He says, Shailesh, there's some pain here. I just tried and I said, Dadaji, we need to take a better x-ray. I could sense there has to be some fracture. He said, yes, okay, let's go for fracture. Let's go for x-ray. And when we took the X-ray, there were 4 or 5 ribs which were fractured. Even in this condition, I could see he had not a smallest of the vibration that why Harish Bhai did not take care, why despite my telling he did not stop, nothing. And he was just as sahaj. And almost for a month or so he was with her breast, but he was just like that. So it is to be seen, to be believed. The crux of the story, I would say, is very small. If I see that somebody has something, then I would wish that whether I can get it. Bhav. And bhav and prayer or decision in nature, probably you may get it. Still there is a chance. See, it happens once in thousands of years. And if you are lucky to get connected, you get it. Otherwise, in these cycles, where we go and when we will meet, it's just not. And in entire life cycle, cycles and cycles and cycles, it is said that if you happen to get such a connection, it is apurva karan. You will get the experience which was never before. And that's the end of, towards the end of your journey. That's correct. But why should I tell myself that I don't have punya? And what is the punya based on? And how it is being used? That's what I said. That punya is used according to the tender or asking you have done from nature. You and me have asked 95%. You ask we should have nice living in USA and whatnot. And I have asked, okay, we should have nice house and car. And so 95% of our punya was used for relative. Now having some vision that, okay, let's ask for real. If we start asking for real, our punya will be used for real. So punya, everything ultimately depends on you. And that ultimately depends on you means depends on your understanding. Depends on your vision, which you believe it to be correct. Please.
Is Sahajta and Dharma synonymous? Same thing?
Sahajta and Dharma are the synonymous. That's what you are asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are not synonymous. Sahajta is the end result of Dharma. And which Dharma? Atma Dharma. Once you have acquired Atma Dharma, the Prakriti becomes gradually Sahaj. Dadaji said 2 things. If Prakriti becomes Sahaj, Atma can remain in Atma state, stable state of experience. In present time, this is not possible. In previous times, we were going from out to in, purifying Prakriti, making it Sahaj, making it normal and getting to the experience of the pure self. In present time, that's not very conveniently possible because of the disharmony of mind, body, speech, instrument. So he gives us the Atma Sahajta first, experience first, and we come from within out. In light of that happiness and awareness, our Prakriti gets slowly purified and slowly gets to normality and Sahajta. Yet we also all have not become Sahaj. We are becoming Sahaj. In some part we are Sahaj, in some part we are Asahaj. What is making us Asahaj? Our own inner mistakes, which are left out still to be cleared off, that is pushing or giving us a bang from within. Once they are all covered, cleared, the outer side will also be Sahaj, and simultaneously the inner side will be totally opened out. Both happen simultaneously, right? And 360-degree outside and 360-degree inside is the ultimate state. Dadaji had 360-degree inside and 356 outside. Yeah, આમ સમજણ બદલાય છે, પણ આમ સમજણ બદલાવાથી બધું બદલાય છે. ના, જે છે એ છે, પણ જે છે તે તેના સહજ સ્વરૂપમાં, એટલે કે મિસ્ટેક વગરના સ્વરૂપમાં આવે છે. અત્યારે મિસ્ટેક વાળું છે તે પછી મિસ્ટેક વગરનું થઈ જાય છે. Yes, true. I think we are 4:45. and I'm happy that all faces are happy. Actually, it happened with us that initially when we got into this, even middle of night we didn't want to stand up from there. રાતના 2 વાગે તો ઉઠવાનું મન નહોતું થતું એમ. એટલે in a smaller part I can see here, at least in the states, and that gives me ahobhav to the Vitrag Purush that what's that science which is working. Jai Sachidanand. We depart to meet again. We temporarily depart to meet again, and I urge you and request you, if you can spare time tomorrow, we'll meet again tomorrow. Otherwise, we are at your disposal. Till we are here, I'll be happy to be with you anytime, any moment, any mode, any format. Jai Sachidanand. કારણ કે હરીશભાઈ કહે છે એમ મારું ને તમારું હોવાપણું જુદું નથી, હોવાપણું એક જ છે, પણ it has to be tasted and manifested by relative હોવાપણું also. જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
Let me do a final thank you. So thank you all for coming, and I want to thank all the speakers, Shailesh Anandji, Dr. Hema Pokharna, Harish Bhai, Rajni uncle chimed in, and he was a great timekeeper, and all the youth speakers, Ruchi, Bhumika, Akshay Bhai, and Mahin Bhai. And there were countless volunteers involved in this, and I cannot thank them enough because without their help, this would not have been possible. One last reminder that Shailesh Anandji's schedule for satsangs is on the registration table. So if you're interested, please pick up a copy and have a great weekend.
Thank you. And one last thing, in a questionnaire, we had left few questions to be taken after session. We are not taking it. Please take your own time and do it at home. Jai Sachidanand.